and share the live stream here to support your favorite team. Today, this will be the Group C of the India qualifiers, I believe, as they will try to battle it all out. And at the end of today, we'll select the top 3 best teams of India to go forward towards the next round. And of course, we're still at round 1, game number 2, and we will find out who will be the best of the best coming in from India. Now, players are still trying to get prepared here, and for those of you guys who just tuned in, we hope that you guys had a great start of the year, and we would like to wish you a happy new year. Okay, and of course, we're looking at some of these teams here that did phenomenally well. Machos definitely have quite a phenomenal run with 11 kills, and we'll see whether or not they can live up to the name in the following round, because in round 1 they just look unstoppable. They were fighting teams after teams, and they did not fall at all. So round 2, I do think that there are teams that are looking to challenge them for the top spot, and at the end of it all, we'll have 6 teams coming in out from Group C. Now we will go into our second flight, and let's begin. We'll head straight into Bermuda. Heading towards the wall. It's heading towards Kotatua for the time being. Might just be challenged there from Pratur as well as Ankushur. Just following by himself. My goodness, this might not be the good decision coming from his own team here. Ankush needs to play it and get it all together now. We're going to look at VSV Yogesh once again. Seems like he hasn't found himself a gun, but eventually he will. Nice rooster hit right there. Oh wait, it's not a rooster, is it? I do love a lot of all these cosmetic coming in the game here. And of course, for those of you guys back at home, every Friday we will have the guild wars coming in. Make sure you guys join into the guild and have a great fun time. Remember, you can collect all the dog tags, but if you do leave the guild, you cannot bring the dog tags along with you. The dog tags will allow you to actually collect a lot of goodies from the game. Now we see a little bit of a zipline action coming in for Xylem, as well as Sharabi over onto the other end. I'm not sure if they actually spot each other out because they're not too far away, as 2 of these teams are looking to hit into Sentosa. Going in for this quick loot. Sharabi doesn't really have much in store. We haven't seen where the circle will end up. So teams are just taking it all slowly. We've already had the first blood all across the map, but it doesn't really matter way too much as Shaq looking to actually join into a fight. He might just bump into Batisual. He does have the Famous in hand, and let's see what will happen right here. Shaq has already landed. It seems like Ake as well as Batisual is just really nearby. Oh my. And here comes a couple of taps coming in from Shaq over on the side of Ake as well. And here comes Sharabi threading right through, and he did not expect all of that 2 in 1 in favor of him. But Sharabi will run down. Ash only had got 70 HP, and somehow it is a team wipe coming into the early phases of the game. Big mistake coming. And just in the span of 5 minutes, we've already seen a team wipe. Batisual must be extremely happy about this one. And usually we don't see that much of an action inside of Sentosa, but now we do. So I guess that's some great things that is being prepped up from the side of the Indian squads here. More sword, not too far away from the shipyard. You can see that they are just all rotating around. Meanwhile, Adil does have the scar in hand. I do love the scar. The firing rate is pretty good. But here comes Malware. Just trying to cut across to hit towards the side of waterfront. Oh my. Just acting like a barrel. Just moving about. But of course, it's not going to get spotted out as of now. But 4 swords are not too far away. And somehow the circle does favor some of these teams here, as it will have Katulistiwa as the midpoint for now. 3 teams towards the northwest section here. As you can see, there's more action from the side of Bimi Sakti Strip. Not sure what they're doing, just testing a couple of gunfire here. Speaking of gunfire, we do see some action coming in from Malware, as Malware breaks down Forsword with that headshot. Here comes a couple more taps coming through, but we won't be able to take down any of these members as of yet. Sahil's got to be super careful right now. He's got that M60 on his hands. And they do have some higher vantage point to work with. Let's see what Adil can do. Seems like they will try to back away. They're not looking to get eliminated that early in the game. If you're not confident, it's always wise not to go in for a fight. But seems like there's more battle inside of Sentosa as Ake is slowly crawling by his feet here. Getting caught out, but here comes a little bit of rotation. And this will be Prator as well as Deep. Oh my goodness, that's a beautiful nade, but that's Deep just getting caught out from the side here. Really bad move, and now is just trying to clip everyone towards the side of the house. And Prator has to run for his life. He's got that VSS in hand, but not much to do with it, as they are being left down with only 2 members alive. Just trying to make sure that they stay into the top 5 or top 10 at least. Team Pro is moving about. You can see that the circle is going to be quite a challenging bout for some of these guys here at Sentosa. It is way too far, and they need to get a vehicle ASAP. Mitish just trying to make sure that they can cut through all these members of Bunty and the rest of his team. Looking at Ake, and they are all trying to fight for the zip line. Seems like they will get themselves tangled up in the cables. They are going to make a dash right across. Seems like one of the members actually dropped into the middle of the ocean. Not too sure what their plans are, but SJS might just have actually pressed the wrong buttons instead. Oh, it's gonna be a long swim. Maybe he just wants to take a dip. But meanwhile, for the side of Mitesh and Sealand, they'll look to slowly cut across. This is gonna be quite bad for them because circle's already closing out, but the first circle is not going to hurt them way too much. We're looking into the rest of the teams. It will be relatively quiet for the time being. UMP and the M14. I love the M14. I gotta say that it does act somewhat like a sniper. Speaking of sniper, all these guys are just camping over on the towers here at Bin Misakti. A lot of times you can see that teams favor this sort of position. And speaking of Kotatua, we do have team number 3 as well as team number 8. Not too far away. Here comes Ashwood jumping off the window. They're just by the corners of Renap. I think they've had pretty much a sufficient food as of now. But of course, interesting loadouts for some of these guys here. One of the things that I do love about Free Fire is that you can always customize your skills as well as your character looks, and all of that is just so good. And just having a little bit of a stroll here in the side of Pacino will be Team Pro Mitesh, just trying to get himself a little bit more of better guns. I do know that some of these guys here from Team Pro are really good with snipers, so if they can land one in their hand, that will be quite a good luck for themselves. Meanwhile, Dean Yusuf, once again, on the side of Renam. And nothing much seems to be happening for the past few minutes, unfortunately. They're just playing it really safely, and I guess that the early action in round 1 was a little bit more violent, I would say. So we'll have to wait towards the 3rd or 4th circle to see more battles coming their way. Team PSV is not too far away. It seems like we might see some scuffle from some of these teams here, as Yogesh He's holding the angles. Only got that UMP though. Not sure about this though. Right now, it seems like Raj Gupta is gonna go into the warehouse. This might just be bad for them. Is this a good idea? So Raj Gupta will go in blind and he spots one member out. My goodness, it seems like Yogesh is just AFK. Will just get sprayed down immediately and Raj Gupta gets the kill. Here comes a couple of sprays and that's going to be some members just falling down like flies. VSV just losing out in this scuffle. This flank is just so beautiful. Coming in from Raj Gupta and the rest of his team. Only Gautam left alive. Not sure why was VSV not aware. It could have been a really good place for them to actually spray them down, but seems like it's just gonna be him just roaming through the whole game right now. So 5 more seconds before the next zone will come in. Of course, it's gonna shrink really quickly this time around. So some of the teams that are outside, they're gonna make themselves into the right, fully respected places for now. UAV zone just floating right across team number 12, as you can see Safari having a little bit of running man right there. Shuffling through every day. They did get a little bit of that airdrop though, so that's good news for them. Meanwhile, for the side of Golden Roshan, they're going in for a flank. Seems like this might just be quite a bad fight if they go in straight, because the ones over on the top side do have all these angles guarded. They hear all the footsteps already. Seems like they still want to bring the fight to them. They're all camping towards the ground floor. Heard a little bit of movements here. Here comes Justin. He's got the MP40. Got the grenade launcher as well. We're gonna see what they will be having right here. That's a little bit of a dealer surf here. The side of SJS tries to tap out Beast from the other end, but they will be working within all these broken walls. Mr. Beast just looking for another sprint here, as we will see a little bit more fight coming through. M60 in the hands of one Suzuki. It seems like Milan will be taken out, and now Ravani gets caught out. Seems like he gets a little bit of coverage running down south, as he will try to do his best to heal up. And here comes a flank coming from Sharabi. Sharabi's taking a really risky run here, but it seems like they will still out for a fight. That's one down, and SAS is looking to ram them over with the truck. Here comes Beast, just trying to get a little coverage here at the tower. But they should actually go in for the spray though. SAS getting sprayed through, but this will be a roadkill. But eventually, he is going out of the car in the wrong direction. He'll be calling out, and now there will be the explosion of the vehicle, and Jarabi will still take down team number 8. That was such an explosive show, but such a risky performance coming in from Team 3. Somehow, SJS is still standing on his feet. Prator has been camping here for the longest of time, but this clock tower definitely benefits them right now. Prator just waiting for the circle to close before they pick up some fights. All of them are just some moving targets. Meanwhile, over the clock tower, we have 3 teams all over this facility here, as they are all caught up. Here comes the alarm, and we'll see a little bit of a rotation. Only one member from the side of VSV still left alive, but Oto be caught. Right now, he's going in for a spray, misses a couple of shots. All of them are just trying to wrap themselves with a little bit of a medicine here. But that nade does not clip over onto anybody. They are trying to break down the walls, but still trying to play it really too safely. Here comes Bear, gets tapped out, and that's a risky run, but he will try to go up and bring down some of these members here. They lost the angle, but here comes Bilamo. Bilamo will finish out Bear. Rakesh still struggling by the circle. And it seems like Team 5 will be slowly eliminated if they don't do anything at all. Takes a fight, but he will just get clipped there by the circle. The zone is just punishing everybody right now. And you can see it's still shrinking in really, really fast. We still have 6 teams left alive. Here comes SJS. These guys have been having a really good coordination and teamwork. Seems like they will drop a pack of meds for the side of SJS just in case if they are running low for the next fight. Now more teams are all clumped up right now. A couple of taps over on the other side. Seems like VSB Gautam will get eliminated here at 6th spot. We are now down to our top 5 teams. And the Yusuf tries to tap somebody right above the hill as Prasan tries to drive through. He will zoom outside of the circle for a little bit, tries to look for somebody to ram through. And now he will pass by Ake, and they will go in for the spray. Sahil, as well as some of these teams, will be caught out, and Ake is actually taking a really good shot over onto this, taking advantage of the situation. Will bring down 2 members from team number 11. Only RHL left alive for his side. And now here comes the Yusuf once again. 11 more players, and this circle shrinks in another 15 seconds. Bunty Suhal's already gotten 3 kills here. Really good run for Bunty's team. Moving all the way from Sentosa and now down to some of the last few minutes of the game. Egg won't be rescued by his teammates as of now. It's way too dangerous, and he will bleed out. For rotation, this is a really bad run for the side of Team Thor, but Yusuf is looking to actually go in for a flank, goes for a couple of sprays, and now here comes from Thor, just trying to ram them all right through, and that is going to be a really bad drive, does not clip over onto anyone at all. Here comes the second cover, but that nade is so beautiful. Oh my goodness, silent 3 in 1. What was that? That was crazy. And here comes Bunty Suhal, tries to do something right now, and team number 9 will win. Team Gosh with the booyah, tying it up with FF Machos, but they will finish with an extra 100 points. You can see that the survival score difference is so important here. Both teams are kind of tied up, but at the final moment, it was Team Gosh that take it all away. Congratulations to these top 3 teams here. Team 4 Sword comes in the 3rd place once again with a little bit more consistency. As you can see, Team Tamil got taking a better run as compared to round 1. As you can see, 6 kills in their hands at 255 points over on the side of TG. Meanwhile, from 5 to 10, we have Team Bilabo, Gotham, VSV, Aju, Hawk Army, Superhumans, as well as Red Dragon. Over on the bottom side, seems like the team Dinosaurs might just get run extinct here if they don't do any better. Meanwhile, Pantheon does not get any points so far. But this will be all for game number 2 as we will slowly head over to Bermuda for round number 3. Thank you guys for watching so far. But of course, this is not the end of it all. When we will go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll have the final round for Group C, and then we'll head towards Group D. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in a couple of minutes.
सही युज गर्दा थियो तर M79 चाहिँ सही हो. सो गाइज जतिजना पनि हुनुहुन्छ स्ट्रिमलाई लाइक गरिदिनु हैन, सेयर गरिदिनु, सब्सक्राइब गर्नु भएको छैन भने सब्सक्राइब गरिदिनु। स्ट्रिम विल बी ब्याक इन फ्यु मिनट्स हैन, एकछिनमै स्ट्रिम फेरि सुरु हुन्छ। Sorry about the background noises, guys. I really don't have any microphone with me, so sorry about the background noises. I'll try not to speak when the match is going on. Guys, please like, share and subscribe to support our stream. जतिजना हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ प्लिज लाइक सेयर एन्ड सब्सक्राइब गरिदिनु होला। अब भने म्याच विदिन 3 मिनट्समा सुरु हुन्छ। अब धेरै छैन म्याच स्टार्ट हुन। So I hope you guys will enjoy this. स्ट्रिमको क्वालिटी कस्तो आइरहेको छ प्लिज भनिदिनु होला हैन हेर्नेले। आई डोन्ट नो, मैले चेक गर्न पनि मिलिरहेको छैन। अब मोबाइलबाटै गर्नु परिरहेको छ सबैजना, त्यही भएर।
and welcome back everybody to the Free Fire Southeast Asia India Invitationals. Today we'll be bringing you all the games coming straight from India, as we can see a crazy phenomenal round in round 2 early on. But of course, Team Gosh did quite a crazy run right there, and we saw a highlight of a triple grenade kill, and of course the
Charge in.
they're going into purgatory already. We're waiting for some of these teams to prepare themselves for the final battle of the Group C. And at the end of it all, it's going to be 6 teams that will be selected to fight against Group D much later today. Of course, my name is Contra. I hope you guys are enjoying the game so far, as we will slowly load out into purgatory, which is a really huge map as compared to Bermuda. And look at how things go inside Bermuda. Usually we'll see a lot of teams battle out towards the side of Moat House, or even the southern section. Over onto the middle of Brasilia, sometimes we do have a lot of inhibitants, but of course, I'd rather drop into the middle than anything else. We have to see how certain teams actually do in terms of their tactics and such, because there's no fixed way of playing Free Fire. Now, we will go into the final round of Group C, and we will see who will be the top 6 seed to go head-to-head with Group D. Now, we'll see the flight coming in from the side of Lumber Mill. We'll probably see 1 or 2 teams coming down here. And instead, they might just hit towards Forge and eventually towards the Sky Lodge as well, as Blackhawk looks to actually float all the way upwards. Barrick will opt to do the same as well. We'll try to look for a really early challenge here, but I'm not sure if this is the wisest move here. As you can see, a lot of teams jumping down in the middle of the map, and now we'll see a couple of them floating over onto the golf course as well as Marble Works. Meanwhile, Bunty Suhal and the rest of his team here will float upwards, hoping to actually reach the corners of the Moat House. Look at Purgatory, there's 3 sections of the island, and then seems like there's a couple of them that leads onto the mainland. Meanwhile, the rest of them are just looking towards the western islands instead. Nobody seems to land onto Central, Fiber Grade, or Lumber Mill, so that shall be a place that will be forsaken. And of course, looking into the western side, we have 4 teams that might just go head-to-head here. The UMP in the hand. Of course, a shotgun should work enough for the side of 1D pack. Now, Kabir gets a headshot over Barik 007 already. We have ourselves a first blood. And now here comes more fire coming in. Mayang and the rest still losing a by himself. I'm not too sure what's really happening there, and he's kind of like AFK, having a little bit of internet issues, but no worries. We'll hope that he gets all that settled out. Meanwhile, over on the ski lodge, seems like Ash still trying to have a lot of options to pick around with, as he will opt to start out with Andrew as his main primary loadout, giving themselves a little bit of more armor in terms of skill. And some of these guys here also take up class ability of having the extra punch damage. It's kind of interesting how things are going so far. As you can see, Deep is going in for a flank already. Here comes Dylan, dropping in with that swanky sports car right into the side. Meanwhile, you can see that he does have the M14 as well as a little bit of a SMG. Now, heading into the side of SJS, seems like they don't really have much, but they have the whole Moat House to themselves, as Buddy Suha won't be chopped. Shirabi only got an AK, and I'm not sure. I am quite familiar with the AK, but time to recall this. Seems to be a challenge here. As Rob was heading towards the side of Ceiling, and that was a wrong move coming in, just driving through the sniper towers. Dean Yusuf, with the same tactics as the previous round, will take off one member from team number 6. Now, Deeper Tour just tries to give himself a little bit of backup here. It's really hard to actually flank the side of the sniper towers. As you can see, that Pro Deep is slowly winding away. And now they are trying to spam all these bullets over on the side of Deeper Tour. Bring in more reload, and he finds himself deep into the walls as they look to bail out. Seems like they should not contest this once again. But I do see that their vehicle is somewhere parked towards the middle. So instead, they would go on foot right now. And lucky for some of them, this circle is headed towards the west areas of the island. Meanwhile, Brasilia is also being covered. Now we have a river intersection here, which can get pretty interesting. Of course, they can still rely on all these zip lines. But look at how the rest of the teams, Blackhawk over on the team number 5, has got to sprint his way through the campsite, as well as the ski lodge. And somehow there might just be some challenges from the side of the moat houses. We see 2 teams are over there. Meanwhile, Rao is still being AFK. Not sure what's really going on. But here comes a little bit of a movement into the side of moat house. Meanwhile, Vankit rotates all around. Got them do here a little bit of taps coming in, and they're just trying to back away once again. BSB not looking for a challenge, as Bunty Suhal just sent in a warning signal saying, "This is my home and you shall not pass." Of course, no pun intended for all you Lord of the Ring fans. Meanwhile, Yogesh goes all the way through. Now, this option 2 for the side of Bounty Sual and his team, as he will use the other zip line to cut across the field section. Lamo, Prasanti, and the rest are also holding on to the tower. He's got that spot in hand. Of course, not much of an action coming through. We've already seen one whole team getting eliminated really early in the game. Meanwhile, Rao possibly will get withered down by a circle. Hopefully he can reconnect back in the game. Okay, Blackhawk driving through with the UAZ, I mean. Seems like they're all ready for a fight. Driving through the side of Lumber Mill. They will be totally safe, as nobody has hopped over onto this side of the islands so far. Team Aviono seems to be in a little bit of trouble here. Puts up a couple of barricades of the ice walls. But we'll look to actually go in for a flank. We know that someone's up there, as some nades are being popped down. That's a really loud burst of the Scar. Tries to get all the angles right, and does not. Oh my goodness, that headshot! That was wonderful. Here comes Justin. Justin tries to go in to burst him down with a nade, but he will be able to take down Arkush. And now he's looking for Raj Gopal. Raj Gopal managed to go in with a beautiful burst, but that will be him being brought down as well. That's fight for them, as he will face off against all these members coming on their way. Raj Gupta still gets brought down at the end of the day. It's going to be in left alive with another one of his members. It's going to be a 2v3 situation for him. Look at how things are going in the following phase. We have a lot of teams who are all well spread out. How is back in the game? Good news for him. But coming back in the game so late, he still needs to struggle for a couple of itemization there because he doesn't really have much at all. And the game is heading towards the mid phase here. There's nothing much that can be achieved if that's the case. Here comes Team Golu Roshan once again. There's another challenge coming in from all the side of Team Chino. Golu Roshan just peeking out. You can see that they are going in for a couple of taps. Looks like Dino will try to rescue. Get rescued instead. Raj Gupta looking for a flank. Preparing himself that grenade launcher once again. He brought down a couple of members from their side and now they're looking for a beautiful wall. Immediately being brought up right there. Revealing his location. And he's bringing out the MP40. A little bit of a tactical play from both of these teams as they set up a couple of explosions coming their way. Ash Gupta looking for a overzealous run as Raj Gupta looking to drop another grenade. Here comes them. Spraying through over the side of Chino will bring him down, and now they're looking for more. And this is going to be Dino trying his best to stay alive, and that will be Ajo taking out the last members from the side of Dino. Team Dino getting wiped out over on the top 10 spot. And this next circle will cover a lot of waters as well as the golf course. And golf course doesn't have a lot of golf balls here as the danger zone will blow it all away with Force Sword just by the corner here. So it's not too bad. Over on the side of Marble Works, seems like there's a lot of teams that are just around the vicinity. VSV Yogesh is trying to lead his team into the next circle, but what can they do right now? Seems like they spot out an airdrop. They're trying to go all the way for it. Let's see what's inside of the drop. Downtown will be the first one to actually pick that one up, and Prasanti 19 seems to not give a single worry about these teams that are around. We'll possibly spot out Sai. Here comes a little bit of movement here, and what is Prasant doing? He's just trying to scout out, and now here comes Sai driving through, and that might just be VSV going in for a challenge already. Sai wants to go in for the airdrop, and now here comes Sai. Just running through. He's got all this level 3 equipment, but will not help him at all. He's just trying to run for his life. Hassan trying to best to tap out side 20. Side 20 will be brought down to the ground, and there's nobody to save his life. VSV comes out victorious. Somehow they do find the Dragunov inside of the crates. And here comes Bilamo bringing down Ankit. Ankit falls down to the ground, and here comes Rao. Once more being AFK. Bilamo will slowly bleed out. Here comes more teams coming in. And VSV still looking pretty strong here. Team number 9, Deepak, Ramsey, just looking to secure these corners here. Couple of taps here coming through, and that's going to be Sam being brought down to the ground. Deepak will actually kick himself a kill with a headshot. And now Akish Dalo looking to go deeper. And he spots out VSV members over in the corner. He's got the Yogesh just in front of him. That's Deepak looking to actually save Ramsey's life. A couple of taps here. Will try to met himself up as well as pick his teammates. Meanwhile, Yogesh will use this crate for a little bit of a coverage room. Vikash. Dalal also takes a little bit of time here, just hiding by all these blocks. It's just going to be a little bit of a long run for themselves, but it's going in for a little bit of loot here. Dragunov in the hands of Gautam. He's going to go in for all these really dangerous snipes here, but instead he opts to actually bail out in this situation. They know that the circle is going to close in a little bit more, and Ramsey will not have any much of a in existence as of now. There's a couple of taps here coming in for the rest of team number 9 as VSV looking to actually drop a couple of nades here. Yogesh holding on the ground, and here comes the circle, coming through over on the Ashish. He did spot out Yogesh. Oh my goodness, all these shots, and he still did not finish off Yogesh. What? Oh, what was that? Okay, he tried to finish him off, but he landed so many shots and still could not do so. Eventually, VSV members just punishing him for that. Here comes Sharabi bringing one member down, and then Yusuf tries to go in for the revenge kill. Otto running towards the backline, and here comes Otto being brought down as well. That's a double kill for the side of Sharabi. Sharabi tries to finish him off. It's only going to be being Yusuf left alive. Bunty will be on the ground. What can he do? It seems like Zin Yusuf gets clipped out. It's going to be Ashwin trying to get a little bit of blockage. And now he will be clipped out by Gotham as well. What is that? VSV KSing all these kills away from Bunty. Tapping and tapping all the way through. And now there's going to be more fights coming their way. There's the top 5 teams. 17 still left alive. And every one of these teams are on fire. They're on form, and they want to make their way into the top 6 to challenge Southeast Asia to prove their worth in the Free Fire World Cup. And Egg is going in for a couple of taps here on that Famas. He's got that ESS on the hands of Ankit. And right now, we see one member outside the zone for the side of VSV. Vic is also trying to rotate all the way in. But it's going to be Team Bunty as well as Galtown going in for the flank, but will be punished immediately. Bunty going in for a couple of sprays. He's got an XM8. Always looking like some sort of an alien gun. One beautiful tap coming in from Sharabi once again. That will be his 4th kill of the game. Being secured in his hands. Vikesh still hiding by the trees. This is not a Bollywood movie right now, but Black Hawk going in for a tap, and that's going to be a kill on his SKS. My, oh my. 5 more teams. We still have 40 more players left to go. Meanwhile, Golu Roshan still by the corners here. As Vikesh will finally get clipped off there by the side of Bunty Suel. And they have more than 6 kills in hand. A couple of taps here. They are trying to clip off to Reed. As well as Sahil hiding on the backside. Sahil has already been brought down. And that's going to be one more member down. Team Bunty here. Number 3. It's just getting kills after kills, and now they're trying to run for this life. Sahil from the side of Forsword gets a little bit of fire. And it's Black Hawk looking for the beautiful shots of his SKS. Slapping in and out. It's down to 3 teams right now. Here comes Arun. I'll definitely worked really well with the rest of the team. Here comes Egg trying to tap in out, but Egg will be brought down to the ground. Bunty lending a helping hand. As you can see that the rest of them are just slowly playing this through. The circle is shrinking all the way in, and it does not favor the side of Black Hawk at all. They're gonna run all the way through, and Gold Roshan going in for a couple of taps. Here comes another nade. Falls a little bit short. Will force Gold Roshan to run outside of the vicinity. And Bunty will go one-on-one against Gold Roshan. Roshan still running left and right. Does not get that much of coverage. Is trying to dance off all these bullets, but still will be brought down instead. Kill will try to be secured there from the side of Bunty, but he is running for his life. Running back over the side of Shirabi, tries to save his life. It seems like he will be able to give himself a help. Aju will be brought down by the side of Black Hawk, and it will be the Hawk Army winning once again. And FF Machos will go into the following rounds, having the most consistency, taking in the booyah on the side of Hawk Army. But FF Machos, 3 rounds in a row, we see them in the top 3 position alongside with Team Forsod. We do expect them to come up really strong for the following rounds against Group D. We also have Team Aju coming out 3rd place. Meanwhile, Team Hulk, coming in with 8 kills in total, coming in 5th place. Table Gods on 6, Superhuman on number 7, Team Belamo, Red Dragon, as well as Team Dinosaur will make up the rest of the top 10. Meanwhile, Pantheon and Team Gosh, unfortunately for Team Gosh, they managed to take one booyah. This time around, they come out with 0 points, so I'm not sure if they can qualify, but we'll have to let the marshals decide. Man, this has been quite a solid show once again, and thank you guys for watching so far. This is not going to be the end, as we still have Group D coming your way. My name is Contra here, signing off for a bit, and when we continue, we'll go back into the side of Bermuda of this India Invitationals of Free Fire. Now, we'll see you in a bit.
Well, that was a nice game. Viewers, let me see the viewers. Okay, 4 viewers are watching. Thank you guys for being with me and being with us. Thank you so much. Please guys, do like, share and subscribe to support our stream. सबैले लाइक शेयर कमेन्ट्सहरु चाहिँ गर्नु होला हैन के कमेन्ट्स छ भने गर्नु अहिले चाहिँ भने म कमेन्ट्स पढ्दै छु as you can see I'm reading comments right now because he's Nepali. Okay. I'm sorry John Luke bro, I'm really sorry. I would try not to speak while the game is going on. Okay, Mahindra is also here. That's good. M79 user now. Wow. Okay, that was from the last match, I guess. Well, if you guys were talking about the last game, I mean the second game. This was the third game. The second game, the M79. It was damn OP. Yeah, the use of that M79. It was damn OP.
And welcome everybody back into the Southeast Asia India Invitationals, where the best Free Fire teams are invited to contest for the top spot, where they will try to make their way into the Free Fire World Cup. My name is Contra, and we'll bring you all the games up to the end of the day. And of course, we've already concluded Group C, and we'll move into the first game of Group D. And of course, this is going to be quite a spectacular show as we saw in the previous round. And for those guys who just tuned in, make sure you vote for your favorite teams. But of course, make sure you drop in a lot of those comments, whether if you're watching from Facebook or if you're watching from YouTube itself. Make sure you guys keep the chat friendly. Of course, just spam all the way through. Now, before we move into the game, let me tell you guys a little bit about the format. Only the top 6 teams from each of these groups will move towards the next round. In round 2, we'll have the top 3 coming into the next round. We'll go into Bermuda right away, and we will see the flight in just a little bit more. But of course, we're going to see how things are going to fan out for some of these teams as we will fly all the way from Waterfront, ending into Sentosa. So, Russian War will actually jump into the Waterfront with the rest of his team, which consists of Blackie, Grax, as well as another member that I can't really see. It's going to be CKY. PPTR alongside with Prince will slowly move towards the edge of the ranch or heading towards the outpost. Really smart decision to actually head towards the ranch site. And we'll see a lot of teams dropping into the central zone as well. As you see, Shuraj, as well as Sid DJ, will move towards the clock towers. Meanwhile, Beast and the rest of the team will head towards southbound areas here, as Factory, as well as Mars Electric, will be occupied in a little bit more. Now, I do expect a little bit more action here, judging that this whole flight has spread out quite a number of teams, but they are still pretty much close by, especially in the central zone of Peak, as well as Pacino. So we'll have to see as they slowly go in for a little bit of loot. And that's quite an interesting items in the side of Dupree. As he's got himself that M4. Here comes Ravani. He spots somebody out, but he's only got an MP5. Wait a minute. Seems like he's not going in for it. All these shots as Warrior 5 will go in for the first blood, bringing down Milan. And here comes Warrior Japan running right across, but he will miss his full shots. But Japan does not have any items to work with. That M1014 will bring him down to the ground. Here comes Beast 0711. Beast 711 still playing hide and seek. And now looks for Party. Party going in and immediately gets that headshot and will bring him down. And like I said, we will see early skirmishes. It's only going to be Warrior trying to deal with the Beast here. Go in for a couple of loots right now. Hiding by the corners, and he heard all these movements coming in. Team Warrior going to the side. And he's going in for the empty sprays, and now he will be caught out immediately. One blast is all it takes. Warriors takes the win. 12 more teams left on the table, and we've already seen all these other teams just looking for blood, especially Team Warriors. Early into the game, and now VirX. Am I supposed to call it Verx? Or I guess VirX seems much more appropriate. Got a Car 98K as well. So if he could get those high angles, he could easily go in for a couple of snipes coming in, because Car 98Ks already come with all the scopes attached. PTPR right now, just running at the corners of the outpost. Won't be challenged at all. It's got a Jeep though. That's a good news. As well as a flat mushroom for himself. Of course, from afar, all these mushrooms do look like a rose. And speaking of rose, Valentine's is coming. For all you single guys out there, there's still plenty of times for you to get some gifts for the girls. Play Free Fire alongside with you, so maybe you guys can look forward to that over the month of February. And of course, every Friday we'll have Guild Wars, so I do look forward to Fridays. I've been playing a couple of games myself a couple of days ago. Unfortunately, I don't have a guild, so I can't really join the guild wars. But if you do, you can collect a lot of dog tags along with you. Meanwhile, Sandy is rotating around. We see all these teams inside of Mars Electric. We might just see a showdown coming through right now. A couple of taps inside, and it seems like Arrow Alpha will be trying to do something here. Team Arrow has got that flaming 10-14. Alpha looking for a superior position there, just right next door. Oh no, that's not gonna look good at all. It seems like he does not have any idea. And that is going to be a bad trade coming in. He's not being brought down to the ground, but that's going to be a sniper. Shotgun Fiesta coming in. Rio taken away, and now here comes Swantantra. Just getting melted down, and this is such a Fiesta. It seems like Sandy is still standing up. You will be able to bring one more member down, and now there's a little bit of rotation coming in from Sandy. Here comes more Rio members joining the fray, and that will be Sandy being brought down into the ground once again. All these SMGs are doing a lot of dirty work for the side of the Warriors. Oh my word! The parade is out, and now the Warriors have 6 kills in hand. Another team wipe for the side of the Warriors. They just look so unstoppable right now. Except one, the Mars Electric section, something that is a difficult feat to achieve. But here comes Shiraj. He's playing by the renowned village. Meanwhile, Lem, he's just trying to play by the corners of the island once again. He's taking their sweet time. They're not in any rush at all, but the circle's coming in already. It's slowly shrinking in, and it seems like Odin gets a couple of taps over onto DJ Sid. He's not looking to spin a couple of tracks right now. He just wants to run for his life, but looking for a little bit of a coverage as Odin, God of Thunder, some sound, gets himself a little bit more room to breathe. Runs a little bit quicker, holding a melee weapon. It's going to be just about fine, but it seems like Alim finds a little bit of a angle to actually take down DJ. Here comes a little bit of a movements from both sides. Kazi spots the movements of the rest of the team. As Odin is looking for a rotation, they spot them out as well. The circle is closing in, so they gotta run fast. For those of you guys who just tuned in, this is the Group D, Game 1 of the Southeast Asia India Invitationals. Team India is playing today, and we're looking for the best Indian teams to fight against Southeast Asia. Only one ticket to the World Cup. Since the Alim has been brought down to the ground. It's a little bit of helping hand from Suman. Brings out the Aswal. Now they're back on track. Kazi getting tapped out once again. Beautiful Pharma spray, but it's not seem to end the lives of Lim. Shiraj has got a lot of EP to work with. And now here comes a couple more taps coming through. It seems like one member will be brought down to the ground. Is looking for more. Suman will try to run for his life as the circle closes in, but they managed to eliminate one member with the beautiful Pharma step. Make that 2 as Suman 77 will get shredded to pieces. King Odin. Lord Odin. Spectacular form. Sid's just trying to hold on to you, dear life. As this circle will cover Sentosa, Kotatua, Pacino Factory, the Peak, as well as Mars Electric. Looks like Warriors are up for another battle right now. PTPR, not too far away from the rest of Drax and Black for the left side. So moving a little bit more. You see how the P90 M14 as well on the side of Saku. Saku Singh is trying to hide by the trees. Meanwhile, Ratnish slowly climbs upwards. Seems like PTPR doesn't really have much of an idea, but the rest of team number 7 has to run across the Bimi Soxy strip. They want to evade a fight against the PTPR squad, knowing that they can exert a little bit more of that dominant action coming in with those beautiful sprays that they displayed earlier on. But speaking of Mad Gun, they're just holding the ground and they are trying to gatekeep all these members down. Seems like AJ will be brought down over on the far side, will not be rescued at all. A limb bleeding out. Sid takes out the shotgun, making sure that he can sprint a little bit faster. Oh no, that's a really good spray, but Odin looks to secure yet another kill. Sid trying to heal up. You can see that Sid is the only remaining member for his own team. He's trying to heal up all the way. He's holding on to the ankles. It seems like Sid is in trouble once again. Tries to sprint through, but Odin is trying to keep his eyes on him. And that will be the last bullet through. Over on the side of Sid's body as Warriors once again. Gavarma as well as Team DW. Arrow is just next door. There's a lot of airdrops over on the ground. And we'll see if any of these teams are actually going for it. Raja 420 looking to blaze the trail. But it seems like there's not much of an action for the time being for some of these guys. 32 still left alive. 9 teams, and we've already gone through about 10 minutes of the game right now. Speaking of that, that's going to be another safe zone shrinking in. And of course, this is going to get a little bit more difficult as more teams will slowly collide. Level 3 helmet on the ground. Saku Singh will say thank you very much. We'll pick that up for himself. Earlier rounds, tears. Like a really cool name to pronounce. Gotta say. Bowls a lot of letters. But Matt Gunn is still playing by Mars Electric corner. Oh no. This looks back as Juggerpine tries to pin them one down all by himself as Matt Gunn gets clipped out a little bit, dropping to 75% health. Here comes Sam, with a little bit of a smiley face, keeping that optimism alive. That's Tree Rush. It's moving across. Odin, one of the main players for team number 4, will get clipped down. And that spray was so beautifully done there from the side of Juggerpine. But Matt Gunn is looking to reply with a couple of shots from his Famas as well. Number 4 in some of these players' hands. Look to actually look for a little bit of coverage inside of the warehouse. Some members are getting shredded down to pieces here as Black gets a couple of kills in his hand. Are hoping to actually play it extremely safely. They don't want to take any risks rolling on the ground. You can see that they want to avoid as much fights as possible. That is going to be a blast to the face once again. And oh my goodness, the grenade launches are beautiful coming in for team number 10, BZJ. They just won the whole fight by themselves. Now we're down to 7 teams left. And it will jump lower in the side of Pacino Factory as well as Mars Electric. Arurani wants to make a little bit of a dasher. All by himself though. P90 in the hands of Free Raj. Meanwhile, Juggerpine still not having any kills as of yet. Sam just hiding by the trees. As you can see, all the team seems to be relatively quiet as of now, but it won't be for much longer. Seems like a little bit of a tussle coming through, as some of these guys are just trying to play it out really safely. There's a lot of room for coverage barricades as well, if you want to count that in. Creeping through. Tyrion tried to make a run. BZJ's got 2 kills in hand. Here comes the Warriors, not too far away. They're just inside of the building, so they have to be careful of this rotation. Seems like Khalifa still managed to stay alive cheekily as he sprints through. 3 teams all next to each other. It seems like Jigar Varma and this rest of the team is getting tapped out as well. More bullets flying through, and BTPR just by the corners. Here comes Kawa. Going in for a couple of peek. Now team number 2 still looking to play this out safely. Still going towards the central areas of the falling circle, as there is a flank coming in over on the side of the Warriors. All of them are just over on the ground floor. Walls has been blocking their entry points as Khalifa gets brought down to the ground. Sumi healing himself out. Still have a lot of time before they go in. But PTPR looking for a couple of sprays. Not too sure where they're shooting at. But they're trying to clip people off. Khalifa is being brought down by one of the members of Warrior. And now Warrior will be able to bring down Tyrion. Tyrion Lannister. Oh my goodness. The king has fallen. It seems like there will be a little bit more blood as the side of BC Jax is looking to clip him right through. Dancing left, right, and center. They are still inside of the building here. Sumi looking to clip away Warrior 2970. 2910. It seems like he will be brought down to the ground. Sumi peeking by the windows. Now rotating all across for the angles to finish off Warrior 2910. BC Jax still by the other corner here. Still have 3 more members left for the side of the Warriors, as they are still spraying them down. Warrior having 8 kills in total takes down Sumi 28. Oh my goodness, Warriors, what are you guys eating? Oh no, that's gonna be a drive. Is this gonna be a road kill? So that Shriraj doesn't really want to go for all these run overs, but will be spotted out by some of these teams as he passes by. Oh, good ball right there. But Blackie is getting shredded down to really low health. Meanwhile, Warriors, they are looking for another kill. Bullet sprays again, and this is going to be a close quarter combat as Jugapine takes one down. There comes Sri, still driving all the way, and it seems like he's going to pick up the wrong flight, and it seems like he did pick up PTPRP. 1 member is down. PPTR slowly struggling, as you can see that he's only got an MP40 in hand, and that wall is not going to last for long. Meanwhile, Shriraj is all by himself, just trying his best as he goes in for another quick drive. Trying his best to stay alive. And now Warriors will have 1 member getting rammed down there by Shriraj. Roadkill indeed. And now he's looking for Drax. Crashing right through, and Drax did not actually spot him out. There's 1 more member from the back, and that car will go on fire. Becky tries to bring him down, and that will be the end for Shriraj. This is just total mayhem going across the side of Bermuda. As we can see, there's a crate right in front of PPTR, but there's just no time for him to go in with the loot. He's going to go in for the play. Obama will take down the last member of PPTR, and this will be the booyah for the side of Star Gaming. Team Warriors with the whopping turning kill, but they still end up on 4th place. PTPR King coming on 2nd place as Mahakal comes in at 3rd spot. What a crazy show. I didn't expect so much action in round 1 itself, but they did not disappoint at all. Deception comes in at 5th place. Team Arrow to 6th spot. Doomsday coming on number 7 with a whopping 8 kills in total. 2 squads getting eliminated from the side of Doomsday. Meanwhile, for the side of Team number 8, all the way towards the 12th and 13th spot, seems like they didn't really get much of a kill at all, but they better do much better next time around. Nuke Gang, Bach, as well as the rest, they are still trying to get a little bit of a warm-up here, so that's going to be all right for them. So that is all for round number 1. And it seems like we have such a strong showing of skills coming in from all of these teams, and that was quite a crazy booyah. And we saw that highlight from Sriraj where he was just driving through everywhere and he still managed to get a lot of kills for his teammates. Great job by himself. And we will take a short break to tabulate the data. And when we come back, we'll bring you game number 2 of Group D. So do stay tuned. And welcome back, everybody. Namaste to everyone here watching the Free Fire Southeast Asia Invitationals alongside with India. Of course, we're going to go into game number 2 of this Group D, and we will find out who will be the top 6 teams to fight against Group C early on. My name is Contra here, bring you all the games, and of course, I hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. And of course, unfortunately, I'm not the admin. If you guys are wondering what this is all about, all these teams from India will fight against Southeast Asia in the following rounds to contest for the one slot into the Free Fire World Cup, where the best team will be able to fight with the rest of the world in Bangkok, Thailand. That will happen in a couple months, but of course, all that information will be given to you in a little bit more. Now, less talking. Let's go straight into the game as we'll go into our second flight of Group D. See how this one's going to go as we will look into the flight path here, coming from the side of the outpost. Heading at Sentosa once again, something that was similar towards the first round, and we'll see a couple of teams dropping in over the northern side of the area here. Prince and the rest of PTPR are moving towards outposts as well. See that they are all pushing through towards the northern section here, just across ranch as well as waterfront, as Blackie and the rest of his team will look towards the side of Shipyard. Meanwhile, Team Warriors, who had such a crazy show, comes in at third spot earlier on. They didn't really get the booyah, but they definitely stole a lot of hearts here, as well as the fans of the Indian region. Now we see Uttam flying in like Captain America. Of course, we're not exactly in India in America at the moment. Miss Ria slowly playing through. As you can see, Ravani 2 Forge 5G. Still not getting any weapons at all. Having a little bit of bad luck. Meanwhile, his teammates are all in the same house. Usually, that's not the brightest of ideas to share the same compound unless there is way too many loot. So they gotta make sure that they go in efficiently. A couple of taps over on the side of the members of PTPR as Jap will be the first one to fall. Odin once again popping off in style. Farmers for the win. And now he's got himself the M14 as well. Sriraj, one of the men that has the balls of steel, whole lot of guts, driving, sprinting into the final few circles. And of course, we'll have to see how this one will be phased out. We can see that the whole Bima Sakti strip is emptied up until Clock Tower Hangar as well as Riverside. So who knows if it ends up there. The rest of the team have to make a push into those sides. Look at the Sentosa Island, where you do have 2 teams. Juggernaut and the rest of this team number 2 is over onto that section. Meanwhile, Tama also shares the same spot as well. Here comes Drax. Shipyard is being secured, but Sid's team is not too far away. Right now, we see a little bit of movements coming in from Plantation as Alim and his team slowly and steadily looks for some kills, possibly. And you can see right in the middle of outpost, we see a little bit more action. PTPR getting his members wiped out so early in the game. Once again, Odin just securing all 4 kills in this team fight. Wow, I didn't expect that at all. And the zone is not even shrinked in. They managed to actually get all 4 kills of the game. Gotta say that India definitely has a lot of talented players, and I want to see more of this. Spear that Kishan waiting for another battle. He does have the M79 over on his hands. They're all over on the left side. Here comes a little bit of a movement coming from BZJ. Meanwhile, Sumi It's just holding in the same angles once again. A couple of taps coming in. Khalifa looking to actually move all about, just by the walls. Taking a peek right through. Ami and the rest of the team didn't really have too much of a great run in the previous round and looking to go in with a little bit more redemption. As all these teams are trying to avoid some fights. Crazy 4004. Possibly looking for a good AR in hand. Meanwhile, we can see the circle heading towards the side of Pacino, as well as Sentosa Island. So most of these teams are actually around the corner. Meanwhile, the ones who landed over on the northwest section has to make a really far dive over onto the side. Here comes Saku Singh. Oh my goodness! The M79 shot tries to squeeze into the window and tries to catch over on the set, but did not manage to actually blow them to pieces as of now. But here comes Drax and the rest of this co. They are trying to sprint all the way in. They're going in for a flank. Beautiful, they taking down 2 members now. And that's going to be so much going in for a fight as well. They might just be able to bring him now. And Drax will fall at the same time. Sakusen goes in, wiping the floor clean. Only 1 member left alive over the top side. Sid immediately dashes away, run for his life. They know that he can't fight anymore. And that was a crazy nade over onto the side of the door. I didn't expect that one at all. And Sid just have to run away to chicken off for now. But there's more fight coming in. Kishin going in for another flank as he's looking for a kill. Oh my goodness, he gets blown out to pieces by the members of Arrow. Such a good job in this side, and you can see teams are just going so aggressively all across the map. Oh my word, these guys are shadow boxing. Meanwhile, Sandy just throwing punches in the air, and at the same time, Warriors looking for more. Just ratting out team number 6. MP5. Just right through, and now that's gonna be a kill secured from the side of Warriors. 36 more teams, and seems like the tempo of the game has risen up as compared to game number 1. Meanwhile, Kalu, or should I say, it's been having quite a lot of rest lately over the side of the peaks. If you guys don't mind me, I have been seeing a lot of great teams playing so far, and I am totally impressed. Sid still playing by himself. Meanwhile, here comes more members from the side of Arrow. Seems like they heard a little bit more movements coming in. Seems like Sid wants to zoom right through. Found himself a vehicle. Dashes away. The one with possibly the top speed. So Sid DJ looking to plan himself into better areas of the next phase. Inside of these UAV zones, seems like there is 1 member inside of it. Meanwhile, AJ Singh, just waiting out. They know that someone's nearby, not too far on the side of Sentosa where they dropped in. Found himself a mushroom, going in for a little bit of a chew. Meanwhile, Pine, just hoping to actually stall things out. So after all those intense action, we will just get a little bit of breather here and see how some of these teams are doing. Team number 7 here just tries to get themselves into a better position, but they got to be really smart about how they approach this one, because there's a couple of teams that may just bump into the rest of Matt Gunn and co. Now they're outside the circle, trying to run into the side of Clock Tower as well as Factory. Right now we see Moss Electric, Factory, Peak, Cape Town, and Sentosa all being covered by the circle. I do want to see it end up over on the northern area instead. Seems like a really quiet bout for some of these guys. Unite just turning round and round, but there might just be a challenge towards the side of Team Arrow. Blackie slowly moving in. They don't know what's in store for them, and it seems like Blackie and the rest of them are just going in for an invade. There's only 2 members from Team Arrow, and this might just spell doom for them. 1 shot, 2 shots, 2 blows coming in from Junai, and we'll try to take down Rex. Rex being brought down low, and it's going to be 1 member of Arrow versus 2 more. 1 wall being brought out, and he's going to try to fend this one off. Going in for a reload, does not bring down Rockman as of yet, and he's still standing. How on earth did he just won this trade? And now he'll jump off the window. There's still 1 more member left alive. They need to go in with safe. Seems like some of these members are back in the ground once again. Beautiful Nate coming in, and now they will blow off Roshness War over the top side. Alpha is such a warrior coming from Team Arrow. As you can see, Blackie should pick up another member on his feet once again. So they're still 3 men strong. After all that intense fight, seems like they have to recuperate for a little bit more. The circle will sink in about 30 more seconds once again. Let's see how Alpha will play this one out. It won't get any easier for himself. You can see that they're going for a couple more loots. Another nade being popped out from the side of Alpha once more. Here's a little bit of movements here, but here comes the rest of BZJ. They're looking for an invade. They heard all the shots. Another nade dropping over the side of Khalifa. And here comes Dilpreet. Tries not to pick away. Really smart thing to do. And now here comes another nade. Not really falling through the roots to the right direction. Another first aid over the ground, and he will go in to pick that one out. Dilpreet does catch him out a little bit. But they are backing away towards the side of Peak. Swatantra, 1, 2, 3. Just holding position. Meanwhile, the circle will close in towards the side of Pacino once again. And we're going to see all these teams just clumped up all together once more in the cities of Pacino. Sid DJ driving through all by himself once again with Jiga-sama. Slowly playing AJ Singh. Hugging by some of these mountainous areas here. Another UAV has been deployed, and we'll see Kawa spotting out MS. 1, 2. It seems like he has no idea. He's trying to line it up for a headshot. Go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Seems like he will bring him down. 1 more tap that will seal the deal, but he did get into cover as of now. Jigapines tries to look for a little bit of flank, but there's no replies at all coming from team number 2. They're running right through, and now it's going to be Toma. Toma trying to tap down Stinger as well as Sam. They still did not bring down any of these members so far. Here comes Jigapines going head to hit, and MS will be the first one to fall in this fight. Sakusei actually gets 1 kill, and now here comes Kawa. Kawa still trying to spray down the final member. It's just going to be AJ Singh left alive, and it will be a team wipe in the hands of team number 2. Beautiful done. And speaking of that, there's more fight and action coming in as Dilpreet and Kalu finally takes off Drax. Team number 3 with the win. And now it's not over till it's done yet. So Tantra running downwards as they can see that there's more members coming in from the bottom side. Saku Singh being brought down low. And it did not manage to finish off with another member of the side of Team 3. Kalu just came right in time to take off the final member of the team. How the rest of these teams are going. It's like Arrow is now all left by himself. While Khalifa is also doing the same thing. So all of these guys are just having a lot of solo runs right now. 9 teams, 23 more players. And we'll see who will come up on top here. As Swan Tantra saw the crate of the airdrop, and now here comes the drive as well as Jiba getting caught out all by himself. What is going on as all these members of the other side of Team 3 is trying to spray down Sid DJ. So DJ still stands as of current. A little bit of a potato spray, but Dilprit is looking for the loots. Here comes Warrior. Is having more members sprayed down, and seems like he has to evade this one. They spot him out as he jumps out of the wall over on the ground floor. Team Odin has still showing a lot of dominance. They have limited a couple of teams, and now they are down to the top 10 situation. 6 kills in total for side of Odin. I gotta say, he's always the man of the match for his team. And Sid DJ and Milan all playing by all alone. And there's just nowhere for them to escape as Milan gets sprayed away. That will make it 9th place for the side of Milan. And this circle is trolling a lot of players here as Alpha tries to run for his life. Gets himself a little bit of coverage. He spots one member inside of the waters, and he'll try to go in for a couple of sprays. He will tap him right through, and will finish him off with that flawless. My, oh my. Here comes Sid DJ. He spots out Alpha! Wow. Seems like he chose the wrong time to actually met himself up. But I gotta say, Team Arrow definitely came out strong. We'll finish at number 6 spot. Khalifa getting tapped away. This goes towards the back end of the tower of Pacino. So Tantra bringing out the MP40. Prone's down to the ground. It seems like he will try to cut across, and here comes Jigabama. Jigabama getting a little bit of spray from the back. Seems like Jugapine trying to stall this out. Has to deal with the team from the backside. It's going to be Odin putting up a wall as well. Two of the Juggernauts just fighting it out. As you see, Varo07 tries to get all his angles right. Goes in with a couple of taps from an M16. Here comes Jugapine. Gets eliminated by the side of Odin. Beautiful move. And now another wall comes in. One. They popped up from the side of Jugabama as well as Sam. Circle does not favor the side of Odin right now. This is slowly turning in, time to tap in. Jugapine playing this one out patiently. As you can see that over to the left side. Goes for Mad Gun, but he's behind the trees as of now. All of them are just dancing by the trees, and now here comes Jigabama. Jigabama just trying to spray it all out. But here comes Odin, takes out Kawa. Also, Jigabama is down on the ground. Only Jugapine as well as Zeke, all left alive. But SWAT Tantra will be taken away. Jugapine just tried to shoot them with the M79. But eventually, that will be a total elimination. As you can see, Kalu just tries to save out SWAT Tantra. Goes in for the tap, goes for Sriraj. Too much room for coverage right now. It's a face-to-face combat here, and Pete actually wins that scuffle. Using a little hut for a little bit more room to breathe here. As Sid will be caught out by Dilpreet as well. Oh no, he's taking some of these shots, and he tries to go in for the hit shot kill. AK spraying right through, but that's going to be Dilpreet just holding on to this angle. And here comes a couple of kills, and Sriraj will be able to eliminate him with that kill. Dilpreet still hiding by the side. It's going to be Dilpreet versus the world. Can he make it out alive? Let's see, let's see. Sriraj. To have more Tantra by the side. To secure the kill. It seems like they finally spot him out, and the rest of them will have to wait and see as Dilpreet is being forced to actually exit from the safe zone for a couple of minutes before he runs for his life. It's going to be a one-on-one, and it seems like Sriraj wins the game for Team Deception with a total of 14 kills. Booyah! Sriraj, man of the match, as Team Dilpreet comes in with 5 kills. Backthroats come in on 3rd place, as Team Warriors coming in up 4th with 4 kills. The top 5 has had a stellar performance with Star Gaming coming in with 9 kills. Doomsday didn't really rake up much points from kills, but they managed to secure 6th spot. Meanwhile, from the side of Team Arrow 2, they finished at 7. Team Nubta on 8, 7, 9 on Red Dragon. And over on the lower side, we see Mahakal with 7 kills, but unfortunately finishing off at 10th spot. The rest of the teams will be MS1253D, Street Fighters, as well as PTPR King over the bottom side of the end of the spectrum. But of course, this will sum up game number 2 as we will slowly hit over onto Purgatory. My name is Contra here, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Next up, it's going to be a huge fight inside Purgatory, and I can't wait to bring you all the action. Thank you very much for tuning in. Make sure you share this YouTube link or even the Facebook if you're watching from Facebook, and we'll see you in a couple of minutes.